like we've been doing in our previous units. I'm going to show you the word. I'm going to give you a few seconds to try to break it down, and then we're going to break it down together. And hopefully we come up with the same answer. Okay, our first term is tachycardia. Tachycardia. If you need to pause the video after I pronounce the word and you see it on the screen, feel free to pause it. Right? The timing here is just for the video. It may take you a few minutes to really find all of these parts on your 4-word list so far, and so you can break it down and put them into the right slots. All right, because we're in the prefix unit, we do have a prefix that we just saw, and this prefix is tachy, so tachy. And tachy refers to being fast. Hopefully you recognize the root term as being cardio. We have seen this on every single word list since Unit 1. And so hopefully this one is now memorized and you can recognize it right away. And cardio refers to the heart. Our suffix here is just our last couple of letters, the IA portion. And IA just refers to pertaining to. So if we look at an entire definition here, we are looking at pertaining to a fast heart as being the official definition. But what does it really mean to have a fast heart? We're talking about a fast heart rate, right? So the heart is beating very quickly as opposed to something else. Okay, as you know, practice is the key to success, so let's keep practicing. Our next word is a very similar word. And in fact, the end of this is going to be the same, but we're changing up what you see at the beginning, which is going to be my only clue to you. This term is bradycardia. Bradycardia is how it's pronounced. And again, if you need to hit pause on this video, feel free to hit pause. See if you can break it down into its component pieces and come up with the definition. Okay, so we have a new prefix here, and we saw this in some of our prefix words. So if you need to go back and remember that, go ahead and rewatch that video. But brady here refers to being slow. Remember, tachy and brady were opposites. So whereas tachy referred to being fast, brady refers to being slow. The root term here happens to be the same as our last one. So cardio is our root term, and that refers to the heart. Our suffix here is IA, okay, so bradycardia, okay, which is just pertaining to. And so if we're going to define this term, this is pertaining to a slow heart. And again, it's not that your heart is moving slowly, but that it's got a slow heart rate. You're going to see described as bradycardia. And in fact, they won't use the term slow heart rate in the medical notes. You're just going to see that term tachycardia for a fast heart rate or bradycardia for a slow heart rate. And you're just going to have to know what that means. Okay, so did you catch that the only part of that definition we changed was the prefix? Everything else was the same as that previous word, but it changed the entire meaning of that word, right? So by simply changing that one prefix and keeping the cardia portion the same, we went from a heart rate that was far too fast to a heart rate that is far too slow, and those are two completely separate problems in the medical world with two completely different solutions to them. All right, let's try another word. This one is antibacterial. Antibacterial. So go ahead and hit pause if you need to. Break it down yourself and then hit play again. We're going to go over the word parts and their meanings. Okay, so a new prefix here, anti, A-N-T-I, refers to being against something. Bacterio is the root term and refers to a bacteria. Fortunately, that one is obvious. Our suffix here is al, so antibacterial, and the al refers to pertaining to. So really what we're talking about here is pertaining to being against bacteria. So if something is antibacterial, whether it is soap, a cleaner, medication, This is something that is going to help kill and eliminate bacteria. That's what we mean when we say against bacteria. It is meant to eliminate it, kill it, right? Get rid of it, to be against it. Let's try one more. All right, this word is multichromatic. Multichromatic. And again, if you've got to hit pause, and then see the solution. All right, the prefix here is multi. All right, M-U-L-T-I, so this is new for this unit. And it refers to being many. I know we saw something else that meant many, and there are a few different terms, but multi refers to many. Chromo or chroma, okay, refers to a color. And IC or TIC as the suffix refers to pertaining to. So if we put this together, multichromatic, it refers to pertaining, having, or being many colored, right? So this is something that has a lot of colors associated with it. All right, let's give one more a try. Okay, practice makes perfect again. Let's see what else you can do. All right, this one is intra-arterial. I know it looks a little weird with the two A's. That is how it's often spelled. Okay, intra-arterial. And if you need to pause to try to break it down yourself, feel free to do so. Okay, our prefix here is intra. And intra means to be within or inside of something, right? Inter we saw in a previous video, and that means to be between two items. Intra means to be inside of something. Our root term here is arterio, and that refers to an artery, which is a blood vessel. Our suffix is al, which is pertaining to. You may also see it spelled this way. It really just depends on the text and who's writing it. Some, because of that double A, write it with the intra. They put a little dash in between arterial. Either way is correct. Just depends on what you see and what is being used in your particular practice. But intra-arterial refers to being within an artery, so being inside of the artery. All right, how did you do? Hopefully this is becoming a little bit easier as you are doing more and more practice. I know you're studying this topic really hard, and so stick with us. We're going to get you all the way to the end. I'm sure you've done a wonderful and perfect job.